When you talk to people, do you find that sometimes their reactions to you are bigger than you think that they should be? It could be, if this happens consistently with you, that you may be asking an intrusive question, or you may be crossing a boundary and making a statement that's not appropriate. A lot of times this comes off as being controlling. And the person who's asking questions that may be intrusive, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Where are you going? What time are you coming back? It may seem like it's just a simple request. But the reason you're asking the question is rooted in a sense of fear, and you're trying to control the outcome, maybe giving unsolicited advice, telling people, make sure you do this, don't do that. Although you're probably right in the advice you're giving and the preparatory questions that you're asking, they may be very insightful. The way you're doing it, because it comes with an energy of anxiety, that control comes from a root of anxiety, and that anxiety is rooted in fear. Your fear is causing you to have an energy that is off-putting to the person that you're communicating with. So if this is you, remember, we can't change what we don't acknowledge. So this is not to call anyone out and hurt feelings. This is not a time for you to condemn yourself or judge yourself. This is a time to notice that there's an opportunity for growth, that if there's a fear, that anxious energy is coming out and it's hindering your relationship with another person, then it's time to look within yourself and try to understand, what is at the root of the fear? What is causing me this anxiety? This is causing me to be controlling in my life, but my controlling doesn't really influence change. It just puts a wedge up in the relationships with the people I love the most. You have an opportunity to acknowledge this is behavior you want to change. If you're in relationship with people, you can say, hey, I know I come off as controlling. That's not my intention. I'm working on it. I realize I love you so much, and it's really my fear that's coming out, and I want to improve this. What you can do is understand, what am I afraid of? What do I really have control over? What's the worst thing that could possibly happen? What's the likelihood of that worst case scenario actually happening? More times than not, when we can play out our worst case scenario, we find that the likelihood of that happening is really slim to none. There's a lot of anxious energy being given to something that more than likely isn't going to happen. Manage your expectations of the situation. Look within yourself and recognize that this is an area I need to work on. Remember, you're designed to heal.